Hi, and welcome to Couple Tales.life, the colorful shades of grey. I can't think of a better topic in this marriage season. What is the modus operandi for handling in laws, especially in a new environment or a setup? And why is it that the newer ones have to make more of an adjustment? Now, this is not what I'm asking or Geetu is, but this again has come from a subscriber. Now, I can't get over this question, Geetu, because we've all been through this. What is it that
Yeah, I haven't been through it. So I want to actually make it very clear that I haven't faced this joint family stuff or not stayed with my in-laws. So I am obviously going to answer this question from observations, from things that people have shared. However, even if I've not gone through it, it is an extremely relevant question. Okay, so the first thing, Vivek, which was interesting, was to say that, see, this is an old tradition. It is conditioning. So it is going to take at least a few more generations to change.
Whoa.
Okay, is what I feel. I'm just saying this is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Because the thing is that traditionally you are going to the guy's family. I mean, the girl leaves her house. So to actually question why do I have to adjust, I think you're wasting a lot of your energy and time, and you don't need to do that. That is what it is. Traditionally, we are a country where the girl goes into the boy's family and you will have to adjust. Having said that, the interesting part is that in this, for me, it's about choose your battles. Which are the battles that you want to fight? Okay, so I'll give you an example. Debo and I are not of the same Hindu community. We are Hindus, but he's a Bengali and I'm okay. I'll just keep it simple and I'll say I'm a Maharashtrian. And I remember that it was the first intercaste marriage in his family, and in his family it was his first marriage, so there was a lot of this no culture, and Bengalis are very, very attached to their culture, right? So there was a lot of this conversation, but culturally we do this, but culturally. So, they of course came and asked me, oh, they want to do this, they want to do that. Now, for me, it was very simple. I wanted to keep my joy and my happiness and my peace and the idea that I was getting married to the person I love above everything else.
Wow.
So what I did was I told him, listen, I want to get married to you. Now, how we get married is actually does not make any difference to me.
Correct.
Right. So what happens is that I really every time, and there were a lot of cultural issues that came up, even though we are both Hindus, they did come up, and that is when I chose my battle. So during the marriage, there was a lot of stuff that Debu did, and like now we joke with our friends because we feel that he and I got married to each other, but people have attended different marriages because my family is not ritualistic, not religious, not attached to culture, so I just had a lot of fun. Whereas Debu had to do, pujas with his whatever, all those things, and Hatharemi wasn't there. But we didn't fight that. I didn't fight it. So what happened is, even when I told him this, it was very easy for him to go and speak to his father, because it was not that, oh, the girl doesn't want to do this. So choose your battle. When it came to my child, and when they said culturally we have to, do some stuff which I was not okay with, I fought for it. And I said, sorry. Like I won't allow such an influence. So, first thing, choose the battles that you want, which is actually hampering your peace. Every battle, if you fight, then it's ego. Because then you're just being defiant and you're saying, no, if she says this, I will not do this. If she says, so you know what, if they tell you, put a dupatta on your head.
You have nothing to lose, really. If you...
No, just make sure that you look pretty when you put that dupatta on your head, that's all.
Yeah. Actually, if you correlate this to the corporate world, just to say, now when you join a new organization at whatever level, you don't go around from day one and say, I will change this has to change. You actually first settle in, you get a hang of the whole scenario there, and then you navigate your way around, and like you said, So maybe it is something like that even
No,
in
it's a
personal
great
life.
example, but the difference is that in a corporate environment, it's not coming into your personal space,
Yes.
right? This is so personal. This is how you have been brought up with your background, with your culture, and it is the truth, Vivek. It is not easy to go and just adjust to food. I don't enjoy Bengali food. I cannot eat mustard oil. So I have gone through these things, guys. I have, and it has taken time. And I've like just said, okay, you know what? Don't make a big deal about it. I will quietly come. I will sit, and in the conversations, they've not realized I've not had the fish which is in mustard. Be smart about these things because you know what? Prioritize your own peace, but also adjust in the sense be realistic about
Yeah.
what is easy for you to give up and what is something that you will really principally not compromise on. And when you do that is when you will realize that you will instinctively choose the battles, keep your peace, and you know another thing is that when you do this and have the conversation with your husband, then typically what happens, he's not standing up for you. He's not going. But you then, how many fights is he going to have? Right?
Kitu, if I may, now isn't that then a bit of a tightrope walk?
It
Because
is.
what you're going to do is one, not going to, you want to express what you really want to, but at the same time, where do you draw the line that how much will you?
Is what you have to decide
Okay.
basis your compass of this is something which is really like for instance, okay, a vegetarian girl gets married to a family which is non-vegetarian. It's an expectation, you know. Okay, so I know people who say I will cook but I will not eat.
Correct.
Now that's what I'm saying. Make the choices as
Yeah.
per your moral compass inside, as per your comfort. But what happens is that this cut between your mother-in-law and I'm just saying generally that's where the cut happens. Now the thing is that for everything if you fight, for every reason that you you go on and you say okay not this, then forget the other person. They may have the bandwidth to fight every day. Do you? So, like I'll tell you,
Really,
like
yeah.
and I don't mean this as pointing out, but there are communities where they were told that you can only wear a sari, you can't wear a salwar kameez. And it's gradually, how long it has taken for these communities to say that, okay, and I remember my friends who came from these communities, this used to be the high point that, my in-laws are actually saying it's okay to wear a salwar kameez. Now, so that's what everybody, I mean, we are in a country which is culturally strong,
Very
which
diverse,
is,
yeah.
yeah, and which is traditionally, it's important for them. I'm just saying that one, don't be unrealistic. You are entering that family. That's how our world goes. So don't fight it. Don't fight a battle of why should I wait for a few generations. You may not even be alive when that happens. Make peace with it. But it is not happening very soon. Second is that really choose your battles and say, okay, this is what. And after that, after you've chosen your battles, figure out how am I going to communicate and put forth this battle. So if you're going to tell this to your husband, allow your husband to deal with it in his own way and not the way you want him to deal with it. Because he knows his family. He may say, here is where a sari and come. Okay, now we are alone. But I'm saying give the freedom to your husband because that is another thing that I've found. A lot of times they say, you don't stand up for me. I didn't want stand up. I've had a chat with her. But you're not saying it like this. Then not only are you fighting a system, then you're fighting your in-laws, you're fighting your husband for no reason, and you're making his life also quite miserable, right? So figure out what is it that is really making you uncomfortable. Like I said, prioritize. And I always say this: start with the work on
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. I think what I get out of this is that all these elements are a great way to nurture a relationship. And nurturing a relationship, while it starts with you, but have that little patience to navigate your way through the maze, which is a new relationship. So I guess that's a lot of food for thought
Yes,
to
and
think.
also to add to it, please be realistic.
Yeah.
Today, when we have moved from joint families to a lot more nuclear families, right? So it is happening. And then you have your space and you have, so please be realistic about your demands and about, so change it, but don't expect that change to happen the next day. Please change it.
Yeah, like they
That's
say,
it.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yes.
So be patient, and I'm sure, with each passing generation will get better. I'm sure we've given you so much to think about, and I'm sure a lot of you will have questions, doubts, and comments. Please do write to us, in the comments section, and tell us what you think about it. Share your experiences if you're comfortable sharing. Otherwise, you can write to us as well. It's not an issue really. And do like, share, and subscribe, because this is the marriage season. So I'm sure this episode could really help a lot of people. This is Vivek Kapoor signing off.
And this is Geetu Purkayasta. If you think that, oh, you don't have our numbers, email ID, whatever, please message us on Insta with your queries. We will be able to get it. It's an easy search.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.